Hey YouTube, it's Jethro. Hey, I'm going to go ahead and do the sweet potatoes today. This is June the 20th. It's not too late. You still got up to July to get your sweet potatoes in the ground. So what we have here, part of my potatoes made some shoots off of them. The ones in the back that had more sunlight didn't. I got lazy, I didn't move my barrel. But what we're going to do is go ahead and show you how to harvest these. So the sweet potato pretty much disintegrated, and what you got here, each one of those is going to put off a whole new vine, a whole new shoot. We're going to go ahead and get the rest of these vines out of here, and then we're going to go out there and place them in the garden. We'll show you how we set that up. Okay guys, so the starts would have been a lot better if I would have put the barrel in a dark place without sunlight that got half of it most of the time. But as it worked out, I still got enough starts. We eat sweet potatoes, but we don't gorge ourselves on them. So this is probably going to give us, quite a few. And what I do is, you see how high and wide the heel is? I'm not going to do anything outside of plug these potatoes in the ground. I've got a soaker hose here. I'm going to soak them for a good long time tonight, and I'm going to mulch them really well. And pretty much for the next 4 or 5 nights, I'm going to go ahead and soak them really good. And then after that, it's just going to be about every 3 or 4 days. You'll see these things vine out all over the place. A lot of people use these like ivy. They work great as a landscape or a flower type deal around your flowers. So anyhow, all I do, dig my hand down deep in the ground, bury them up to or past the first flowers, put them about 12, 14, 16 inches apart. And like I say, once you soak them, it's going to have probably about guesstimation of 3 to 5 pounds of potatoes per vine. So anyhow, we'll get back with you whenever we get done. Okay guys, what we had was out of 2 potatoes that actually produced, we had 10 starts. So that was average 5 per potato. And I said in the first video that out of those 6 we should have somewhere around 20 plus starts. So when you break it down, we really should have had, because I had like 5 or 6 potatoes in there, we should have had 30 starts somewhere in there. But what this is going to do is, out of 10 starts, we're going to get 30 to 50 pounds of sweet potatoes out of it, and it's that's enough for what my household eats. We'll plug them in the ground. We're going to go ahead and load them up with straw, and then I'm going to wet them all night. The other thing that I didn't tell you is you need to plant your potatoes, put the starts in late in the evening. You don't want the sun beating down on them all day after you planted them, so plant them late in the evening. That way when the sun's going down, they've got a good night to start setting their roots. They get moist and recover. And if you do that, they should survive and really thrive. If you do them in the daytime early hours, they got a good chance of actually wilting down and just dying because of the afternoon sun and the heat. So catch y'all later. Okay guys, my son recorded me earlier. What we got, I can find them here. Plant. Kind of hard for me to see because I got the sun behind me. My screen's kind of blinded out. But anyhow, down through here, this is how we done our straw. And I got a soaker hose buried underneath all the way down to the end. Now I don't know what I'm going to use the end for. It's still a good time to plant carrots. It's getting a little bit hot for spinach, lettuce, and stuff like that. We want to wait kind of a little bit closer to fall. I could finish this out with any kind of long season crop. I could go ahead and probably put me some cabbages in here in about another 3 weeks or so. Green beans will do all right now. I will find something I want to plant, and I'll finish out this row with it. this area right here, and I may do it over there as well, but I'm going to go ahead and plant some secondary squash, which is going to be some more summer squash, zucchini and yellow squash. Out by the corn, we're starting to harvest it, and I'm going to go ahead and put in some winter squash, which I said I was going to a while back. Been busy, ain't got it done. It'll still make. So anyway, right here is your sweet potatoes. Going to be probably, like I said, between 30 and 50 pounds. And depending on the size of your family, how much sweet potatoes you eat, you know, 50 pounds of sweet potatoes is a whole lot because it's just not somebody's everyday diet. But anyway, I took my sucker hose, and also what I done was wrapped it by my Brussels sprouts. Got a nice big shape in here, and on this side over here, this little hill, went ahead and planted another secondary part of cucumbers, mostly picklers. You know, we eat quite a bit of pickles and relishes and stuff, so that's all I use that for. And anyhow, this is kind of a how-to garden update and a lot of other things going on. So there's Jethro out.